Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Tales of the Beard. We have another great story, so let's jump into it. It started with a whirring hum, the kind you'd barely notice on a bustling city street, but soon it wasn't just one hum, it was a symphony of spinning blades descending over the rooftops and alleyways of a quiet New England town called Norwood. The first to notice this was a 12-year-old girl named Annie Hall. She was walking her dog Muffin through the darkened streets when she caught the faint glow red above her. A drone hovered just over her head, its black casing reflecting the streetlight like a predator's sleek armor. It didn't move, it didn't waver, it just stayed there, a cold black eye staring down. Muffin, let's go. Annie tugged at the leash, her heart racing. Muffin barked furiously, her little body trembling as if she sensed something Annie couldn't. The drone followed them halfway home before zipping off into the night. When Annie told her parents, they dismissed it as a hobbyist gadget. Probably one of those delivery drones testing a new route, her father said with a wave of his hand. But Annie knew better. That night, as she laid in bed, the hum returned, soft and faint, like the breath of a lurking monster. By sunrise, the entire town was abuzz. "Drones over Norwood, an ominous arrival," read the headlines of the local news channel in the papers. But Norwood wasn't alone. Similar sightings were reported in Seattle, Mumbai, Cape Town, and even Rio de Janeiro. Footage from around the globe showed identical drones, sleek, black, and unnervingly silent, hovering in parks, over rooftops, and even above highways. The strange part? The drones didn't seem to do anything. They didn't attack, they didn't drop packages, or even fly, unique and crazy patterns like they were racing. They just hovered watching, and then, as if losing interest, they vanished. Speculation exploded online. Some said they were government surveillance tools. Others claimed aliens. The more paranoid theorists spun tales of apocalyptic omens, while a few chalked it up as an elaborate prank. But Annie couldn't shake the feeling that there was something deeply personal about the drone she had seen. It wasn't just observing, it was focused on her. A week later, disaster strikes. It started small, a spark ignited by a faulty outlet in Norwood's library, and right in the archives, a janitor locking up for the night noticed the smoke but couldn't contain the growing flames. Within minutes, the fire alarm blared through the silent little town. That's when the drones came. Dozens of them appeared out of nowhere, their tiny frames glinting in the firelight. They swooped down, dropping packets of fire suppressant foam with surgical precision. Witnesses swore the drones worked together, each one responding to the fire as though they were directed by a single invisible commander. By the time the fire department arrived, the flames were out. The drones hovered for a moment as if inspecting their work, then disappeared into the night. The library's structure was saved, but the books inside were reduced to ash. As word spread, people began looking at the drones with a mix of awe and fear. They weren't just observing, they were intervening. And not everyone was comfortable with that. Would you? Wow. Annie was the first to hear it. Late one night, when the hum returned, she decided she'd had enough. Heart pounding, she grabbed her father's old baseball bat and climbed onto the roof. There it was again, a single drone, its black surface reflecting the moonlight like a polished gemstone. She raises the bat, ready to swing, when the voice came. "Annie, you're not listening." It wasn't loud. It was soft, distorted, almost like a whisper carried on static. Her arms froze mid-swing. Who's there?" she stammered, lowering the bat. The drone tilted slightly, as though it were studying her. "We're here to protect you, but you must prepare." Her heart raced. "Prepare for what?" The drone didn't answer, zipped away into the night, leaving Annie trembling. By next morning, Annie convinced herself it was a dream. But then others began hearing whispers. Farmers in Nebraska heard voices while plowing fields, faint and indistinct, carried on the wind. Fishermen in Japan swore the drone spoke as they hovered over their boats. "You must prepare." The message was always the same. Man, I don't know how to deal with that. Scientists and governments scramble to analyze the drones. Military forces attempt to shoot them down, but their attempts failed. The drones were too fast, too elusive. Some claimed they were an advanced surveillance system from a hostile nation. Others suggested extraterrestrial origins. Then came the day the drones revealed their purpose. In major cities worldwide, the drones projected holographic images in the skies. The images showed a planet eerily similar to Earth. Its surface was charred, its oceans boiling, its cities reduced to rubble. The voice returned loud and clear this time. "This was our home. We failed to listen. You must not repeat our mistake." The revelation sent shockwaves through humanity. The drones weren't here to harm. They were here to warn. They were the last remnants of a civilization that had destroyed itself, traveling across the stars to deliver a desperate plea. The eerie part? Their warning wasn't about humanity's distant future. It was about the immediate present. One evening, Annie climbed her roof once again. The parents should really do something about that. Shouldn't be 12-year-old kids just hanging out on a roof. But she didn't bring a bat this time. What did she bring? She brought questions. The same drone hovered there, as if it had been waiting for her. Its red light pulsed gently, almost like a heartbeat. "What do we do?" she whispered, her voice trembling. The drone's voice was soft but clear. "You'll know what to do, but only if you listen." Just like that, it zipped away, joining thousands of others that disappeared into the stars. The next day, reports of the drones stopped entirely. The skies were silent, but humanity was left with their haunting warning. Some, they believed the drones were gone for good. Others, they thought they were still watching him among the constellations. But Annie, she was certain that they would return. And when they did, the world would have one last chance to get it right. With all the drones and all the craziness that has happened in this world, from New Jersey to all over the world, it's a simple reminder. What are they? Are they here to send us a message? Are they here to hurt us? Are they, enemies? Maybe we'll know someday, hopefully soon, but if not, maybe we could all be a little bit better. Happy 2025. Let's start it off right. This has been another Tales of the Beard. We'll be back next week. Take care, everybody.
Tales of old and stories bold, secrets waiting to be heard. Adventures start with every turn. Welcome to Tales of the Beard. Tales of old and stories bold, secrets waiting to be heard. Adventures start with every turn. Welcome to Tales of the Beard.